go, but if he'd done it a little bit better time, if he can't corn salad, get the combo on him. Oh, he's running in the pool, the ultimate. Transfusion gets the kill regardless. He was so low on health.
However, he is going to be stuck behind enemy lines here. Ambition has come down to say something about it. Rune Prism going off. Ignite so he can get the lifesteal as well, and that's going to be a kill. So he did trade his own life for killing Captain Jack.
Well, did I miss something? Why did he run into the enemy jungle instead of back to?
It was the only way he could go. Ambition was cutting him off
coming down the river. Yep. Okay, I see.
He was trying to just pull him away. Good thought, but a little unfortunate to be in that position to begin with. He was trying to convert one extra kill and got a little bit too greedy once again.
Well, these teams are just trading back and forth, kill for kill, tower for not quite tower yet, but gold count pretty similar. It is a little bit in OP's favor. About 1,000 gold ahead, a little bit more than 1,000.
Yeah, I really like this choice by Team OP to drop the Oracle's Elixir on Mundo. That's a common choice, but the fact that they're not using Mundo for the ganks, they're allowing him to take the middle lane and then sending the Ambition, or sending Corn Salad to wherever they actually want to send the ganks up. So they're not putting the Oracle's Elixir in any sort of risk throughout the entire game, and you're able to get the full effectiveness on it without actually making any other sacrifices throughout the game.
Yeah, although of course Mundo roaming around, clearing out wards in between just to make sure that he's keeping those down, because it's part of the point of the Oracles is you want to make sure that the wards are cleared so they can do those ganks. So good teamwork there by Team OP. And it looks like they might be pushing down here on draw bottom tower. No, not quite, never mind. Oh.
Yeah, even though we see that Fantasy Star is ahead in minion score, he's actually down in kills, but he was able to grab the Will of the Ancients there, so he's going to be coming back into lane against a Lilac. Very strong. However, Dragon's going to be up in less than a minute here, so both teams want to make sure they can clear the wards.
This is kind of interesting. We've got Mundo camping in the jungle there. No, I'm sorry, he just recalled from the river. Never mind.
Yep.
Not as interesting as I thought. Recalling one of the less interesting things that happens in this game.
Press one button, wait 10 seconds.
Sorry, wait a few seconds. Sivir putting some more damage on that tower. Both bottom towers are actually almost gone, I believe. I think Blaze's tower is also very near to gone.
Yeah, because Fantasy Star was roaming a little bit, that allowed a Lilac to do a lot of damage in this top lane, almost pushing up to the second tier turret, but is going to recall as he sees Fantasy Star coming into lane. He has not gone back to buy anytime soon, so yep, going back and grabbing two Doran's Blades. That's going to give him a lot more damage and survivability within his lane. He doesn't need to go to that Maw Malmortius quite yet because he's not dropping down below 30% health anytime soon.
Nolja's going to once again give the blue golem buff with mana regeneration and cooldown reduction to Paragon. Really, really cool that they're able to do that. Just consistently give that blue buff to Urgot because the fact that they don't have mana on their jungler or their mid.
Yep, now Dragon is up. Team OP is not in position for this, but they do have vision of MiG Blaze going, and they're going to try to convert on it. However, Dragon is down to less than half health before anyone from OP can get there. It's going to be a Dragon for MiG. However, they're going to try to pick off some kills as MiG exits the area.
Ryze is pinned aside. Oh no, they're stuck in the Baron pit. Fantasy Star goes in with the ult. He's going to die eventually though. Captain Jack coming in from the side, getting a lot of damage on Team OP. Helios gets a kill in the corner there. He's going to get Lilac as well, I think, before he dies. No, Lilac flashes out of the way. Ryze running for dear life is going to go down as well. Captain Jack does pick up one more kill to even it at 3 kills apiece. And it looks like both teams are just going to retreat. An even exchange. MiG did get the Dragon out of that.
Yeah, that was a little bit unfortunate for Paragon. He actually did do a position reverser on Ambition, but pulled him actually away from the area of danger as the rest of his team went to the area that he was before the reverse. And that allowed him to stay alive a little bit longer, picking up one extra kill against Team OP before going down.
Yeah, it's always nice. The suppression is good if you can suppress the right person, but if you get them to safety, it's not necessarily the best thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was that could have gone so badly for MiG. They had Ryze pinned on the left. They had 2 champions pinned in the Dragon Pit that could not get out. And they were just like, oh crap, we're going to get bear down on. There's 5 of them here. They're going to slaughter us in the Dragon Pit. Luckily, we did have Kennen have the foresight to flash ult in there and do the engagement so they could get everyone involved at the same time. Worked out really well.
Yeah, that was really nice positioning by MiG Blaze to take a situation that could have been really bad, like you're saying, and make the best of it. Also nice, at the end of the fight, Captain Jack was at almost full health. Meanwhile, both champions alive for Team OP were at less than half.
Yeah.
But instead of trying to chase them and waste a lot of time, he just turned around and went to the mid turret to try to put on a little bit of extra damage there.
Yep.
So, really good job of him not to get too greedy when he was in a very advantageous situation and just to make the best of it. We also see he already has a Bloodthirster, so he's going to want to farm that up as quickly as possible. Should be at least halfway to full at the moment, and when that does get to 40 stacks, it's going to be really, really strong.
Oh, flash position reverser gets canceled. I think, actually, I'm not sure what happened there. The dragon runs in there. Corncell trying to get out with his pool is barely not going to get out of there. A lot of damage being done posthumously by that Hemoplague, and it looks like it's just going to be 2 kills for MiG, and they're going to get this tower as well. That's painful for OP to see. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 kills. I'm sorry, they got Jarvan as well. So that is painful to see all of those champions with low health and not be able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, it was a really nice attempt by A-Lilac to pull Phantasy Star away from the fight. Phantasy Star is the one that's going to be doing a lot of the area of effect damage, and using Cataclysm on him kept him from doing the maximum amount of damage. But MiG Blaze is just doing a whole lot even without Kennen, so it wasn't enough to keep the team alive or either of their 2 middle turrets.
Did you see what happened with the position reverser? Did he get rune prisoned or something like that in the middle of it? It looked like he started it, but he didn't go off.
Yeah, it got canceled by MiG Blaze. I'm not sure if it was a silence or a rune prism.
Okay.
But either way, it was nice timing for
yeah,
them.
it might have been a silence. Okay. Anyway. Anyway, it was good for them to stop that.
Yep.
I was just wondering if you had seen exactly how that happened because I wasn't sure what happened there. But yeah, so still though, I mean, even though that looked like a really good fight for MiG, they got a lot out of it. Still only a little under 4,000 gold ahead, which is not insurmountable. It's starting to get to that point, or if they win another fight, it's going to start to get out of hand. It's going to start to steamroll, but it's not quite there yet. Team OP has shown that they can work well under pressure. They are not out of this.
Yeah, and while MiG Blaze won that last fight very convincingly, the thing is that the main damage coming out of MiG Blaze is from Sivir. She's really well farmed at the moment. She's got that Bloodthirster, I think, maxed right now, and Paragon has not yet built his Frozen Heart. So as soon as he finishes that item, the power of Sivir is really going to go down. We might also see a Randuin's Omen coming out of Mundo sometime soon to counteract Sivir as well. When those 2 items come together, it is really going to shut down her attack speed and pretty much overall DPS that she's going to be dishing out.
Yep, and we are starting to see a little bit of, I mean, you're talking about Sivir being really farmed up. She has the Bloodthirster, she has the Quicksilver Sash. You know, we've talked about this before with Urgot. Even Loco Doco mentioned this in their interview before about why they went with the, you know, the Ezreal in addition to Urgot, or why they went to Graves instead. Well, someone clapping their hands. Hold that thought. Dragon's Descent on them. Paragon trying to do the switcher. Phantasy Star's going to go down very quickly despite all that health steal, life steal, and oh my god, Team MiG starting to get routed. Can they turn it around though? They do get a kill. Are they going to get another one? Massive damage coming down. Corn Salad does perish. Is he going to get enough damage though? Nolja running for dear life. Asher trying to heal him. No, Asher's going to go down. Helios with the flame breath picks up the final blow on Mundo. It is an ace. Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, MiG is very, very, very close to clinching their spot in the finals now. They are starting to get really out of control. OP needed that fight and they did not get it.
Yeah, I'm not sure who actually did that clap, but it was a very nice fight for MiG Blaze. Able to start it at the blue buff, pick it off, and steal it from Team OP, in addition to taking all their lives and their turrets. And their turret.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, what I was going to say before that all happened was, we've seen this before where when they have that Urgot in play as their AD carry on the bottom, and then he builds tanky, you don't have the traditional AD carry. You don't have a champion that can stand behind the enemy, behind your line, and just dish out 300 crit, 300 crit, 300 crit over and over again. You know, or more if they get really farmed up. But you don't have someone that can just dish out constant damage, and so it's starting to hurt them in these team fights, despite the fact that Urgot did well in lane. Hold that thought. Paragon gets caught. Is he gonna pop? He pops immediately. Cannot get away. Engagement here. Oh, this could go very bad. This could be. Oh, a double kill from Rise. Triple kill from Rise. Is he gonna catch a Lilac? He gets slowed down by Helios, who's trying to juke his way out of this. He's trying to recall here in the middle. I don't think it's going to happen. He's going to die to Captain Jack as well. Asher runs back to base, and I think they're going to get an inhibitor out of this.
Yeah, you were talking about Team OP not having enough AD damage coming out from their team. Well, that's a little redundant, but anyway, Jarvan's meant to be that, but he just hasn't been getting the farm he really needs. He also needs to jump on the champions that are the focus, but the thing is that a lot of different champions from MiG Blaze are who are dealing out the damage, and they're just spreading out perfectly. Meanwhile, Urgot's not picking off who he needs to. He's getting killed very quickly because he still does not have a frozen heart, and that is just a catalyst to the rest of the fight going down in MiG Blaze's favor.
He's just picked up a Negatron cloak. I think he did that while he was dead, or he picked it up recently, but that's the other thing, is there's a ton of magic damage going out, and while you're building a frozen heart, you're building armor, you're not building you know, magic resist, so he's been not able to hold up to the double AP, the Cannon ult, the Rise abilities as well, so he hasn't been able to do a whole lot, and it looks like OP is going for a Desperation Baron. MiG sees it now. They're going in here. They turn around and jump on Helios. Fantasy Star's going to pop immediately despite Soraka doing a ton of healing. Azure forced to the side. Can Corn Salad stay alive to do enough damage? He does get a kill while he dies, but Paragon is going to perish. Double kill. Oh my god. And once again, it is only Asher. Asher, man, his team might be a little bit mad at him every single time he limps away from the battles. Although MiG might be a little bit mad at him for keeping them from securing an ace over and over again. But this is getting out of hand, ladies and gentlemen. MiG, 8,000 gold ahead, is going to take another inhibitor.
This is really nice positioning by Team OP. The problem is their team composition just is so far behind. Everyone on their team is behind their counterparts on MiG. So while they're making the right decisions, if they were even, they're not even. So it's not the right decisions. They keep getting wiped or near wiped, and then losing a second inhibitor. That's going to leave the Baron open. MiG is, at least MiG Frost is looking really, really happy.
Yeah.
This is exactly what they wanted to see in game number 4.
You got to hand it to them, though. It was a gutsy move, but I think it was the right move to try and go for that Desperation Baron, because they knew they were behind. They knew they had to do something. I believe they had an Oracles at the time, so they knew that there were no wards there. It was just the fact that, you know what, everyone on MiG respawned, and they finished healing, and they're like, you know that moment that you get where you're like, wait a minute, we don't see any of their champions on the map. Crap, check Baron now, because you know that's what they're doing. And they got there just in time. If they had been there 10 seconds later, OP would have gotten the Baron buff.
And they got there as one team, which is the most important thing.
Yeah.
If they trickled in just to check Baron, they would have been picked off by Team OP. So Team OP, like you're saying, really good decision in that situation, just got a little bit unlucky.
Soraka just shooting Baron for no particular reason there. Oh, they are going to start up Baron, actually. And MiG Blaze does have their entire team healed up now. They've got full items, so that means that the 10,000 gold advantage they have is really going to mean a lot. Rise actually